Hello there, this is Loki. I am just doing a quick video here on a game I just recently picked up. It's called Dauntless. I figured I'd give you guys a little bit of a look into the game. I like it. I don't think there's enough out there about it. A lot of the information I found when I was going to first start playing this was unfortunately from last year. So that's why I figured I'd make a short little video just kind of describing what it is and having you take a look just in case you have any questions or concerns. Make no doubt, this is a Monster Hunter clone, so if you're not into that type of gameplay, this wouldn't be the game for you. I myself am kind of a Monster Hunter noob. I never really cared for the games themselves because the combat was too slow for me. I did play Monster Hunter World when it came out, and that was a good improvement, I think, to the series, but overall I got really bored with it. It just wasn't really... It was almost too realistic in some aspects when you're fighting these giant monsters and when you think it should be a little bit more fantasy-based. But it was a lot of fun, and I had a lot of fun with friends, even with the awful matchmaking service that they gave you in the game. So my friend this week told me that this was out in open beta. And so far I like it. I only played it for a couple hours yesterday with another friend of mine. I really don't have any complaints. It's a little buggy, a little glitchy. You can use either keyboard or mouse with it or controller. It's supposed to be an instant swap between the two. Sometimes it's not very instant or it kind of lags in between the two, but it's a good start. I mean, it's something they can work on in the future. Just to give you a general, I'm just going to go over the basics and a little bit into the quest and maybe even fight a monster at this point. So I started this game and did a few missions, story missions yesterday, so I have some of the gear from a few of the starting monsters you're going to encounter. This is kind of the hub. You can see everyone running around here. It does have a crafting system, which I'm just going to explain here really quick since I'm here. It's pretty basic. I don't know if it's too basic or not. I'm kind of a little torn on it. But these are the two monsters I fought. And I can craft their weapons now if I want to. They all have different stats. And of course you need materials that you'll get from the monster drops, not unlike Monster Hunter. My favorites by far are the chain blades because they play more into my playstyle, which is a lot faster. Sword and hammer are much more typical to the Monster Hunter slower style, which is the high risk and high reward. My only issue here is it seems like materials don't really show up with pictures yet, but it's fine because you can just cursor over them and see what they are.
Come back soon, Slay.
You'll note I do play this with a controller because I do like using controllers for action games such as these because it feels a lot smoother.
A fine day to you.
Same here with the armor sets. Once you defeat the monsters, you'll be able to craft their set. Nothing too fancy here, there's only 4 items. But they always give you a boost. I'm going to quickly upgrade this set right now. Since I farmed this monster a little bit yesterday. do craft a new set or new weapon, you do have to equip it. You do have a loadout screen. And basically you'll just arrow over or cursor over to it and pick what you want to equip. Or like me, hit every button and just be completely lost in the menus. But, alright. The menus here are a little twitchy with the controller. Sometimes I find even with the mouse, it doesn't like picking the right things. Like I said, I'm hoping with full release they'll fix that, but for now it's fine. It's an open beta, I can forgive it. You'll note too, on the armors, you can modify them, which controller isn't bringing up the option. You can inspect them, the perks and the effects they give you. You can infuse them, which I haven't done yet, so I'm not sure what that's all going to entail, but looks like just with a lot of other RPGs, it's slots you can put effects into. You can also transmog. It looks like later on, I don't know anything about that. They haven't taught it to me yet. This game kind of starts off as a tutorial of sorts in the beginning. It doesn't leave you too confused. It's pretty good at describing things, which I liked a lot better than Monster Hunter World. Especially for newer players. You do get dyes. There is a free pack in the store you can get, and you can dye them whatever color you want. Kind of like Monster Hunter though, only certain parts dye. You do have an inventory. This is going to contain everything you get. You can collect items out in the wild, a lot of plants, mushrooms, stuff like that. I haven't done that too much because I actually have to go back out and not do a mission to kill a monster. But it looks like there's going to be a fair amount of items you can get and craft and whatnot. The map itself is pretty specific. This is what you're going to find when you go to one of the boards in town. So you can go to it either through your map or through a board in town. I'll just show you what one of those are. This is pretty self-explanatory. Here, because this is the first zone, there's only 2 things you can hunt here. You can't really explore it or anything. But you can refight monsters you've already fought before. And the biggest examples here, which is the new area I went to, you have your patrols. You have the expedition like in Monster Hunter where you can just roam and get resources. And then specific pursuits. And these are the monsters you can pursue basically. With this game, it does have a nice matchmaking system, and I'll show you that. I might as well show you that, because why not? It's a good system. It's just your regular matchmaking from any other multiplayer game, and I think it works pretty great. Everyone starts bald, at least in my ship yesterday. I'm not sure if that's going to change, but we'll see here. So we're just going to do a really easy hunt, actually. We're going to do that one because I can use some materials. In the first area, you're not going to get material drops. In the second area, you do. This game is pretty good with its social as well, which I'll show you in a second here. Social is your general party, friends, recent, and creating a guild. Creating a guild, I'll show you later, is in the shop. Unfortunately, you have to pay for it. I have mixed feelings on that, but we'll see what happens. Like I said, it's still beta. They can still change things at any time, and it is free to play, and that's something you have to remember. The thing I like this game versus Monster Hunter is kind of where Monster Hunter is realistic and good, but this one kind of gives you a lot more to work with, and it gives you like your own special power depending on what you equip for a weapon. I'm using the chain blades, which I couldn't find anything on online, but I tried them anyways because I figured they'd be fun and fast, and they are. Um, Graphics for this too, just so you know, are set to epic, so this is pretty much the max you see right now. I list my computer specs in the bottom of this video if you want to take a look, but it doesn't seem to take much to run. When you start the game off though, it will put you at all low settings. So you're going to want to switch that if you want to play in higher settings. It has an auto detection. I don't know why it doesn't do it, but it is there. Just like Monster Hunter 2, there's little wisps you can follow for the trail, or like as our one party member already found him and sent a flare up. Not unlike Monster Hunter, the more you keep hitting the monster, the more you'll start seeing damage to it. Parts can also be broken off, like tailed beasts. You can break their tails off, get extra mats that way. It's a little bit more forgiving when you do want to dodge than Monster Hunter. There is still room for error, so the risk is still there. About these monsters is they kind of get in rage mode at a certain point. And they deal a lot more damage and usually change up their moves quite a bit. most times a hammer user would be nice. Just like in Monster Hunter, you can knock monsters out pretty good. That is basically the whole of Dauntless. It does have a story mode. Pretty much follows along the same lines as Monster Hunter at this rate. But I mean, for a free-to-play game that I'm going to play every once in a while, it's pretty good. There's a few issues with the graphics in some instances, but for the most part, it's really not that bad of a game, especially one that's been stuck kind of in a development limbo for so long. So that's pretty much it with Dauntless. It'll always take you back to the hub when you're done. I don't know if there's any other hubs or stuff like that. Like I said, I just started the story yesterday. I only did the first few story missions. I don't know how much you can exactly do in the beta. I've seen some people with some pretty crazy gear, so I'm assuming there's quite a bit still I haven't gotten to. But I'll figure that out as I go. The last thing I wanted to touch on before I left is this guy eventually. He's your crafter. You can make all your potions and stuff here, but he's also the first dabble into, hey, we have a store. I'm a little torn on this. I know the game is free to play, and most of it seems cosmetic, which is fine. The issues I have here, is mostly in the fact that you do have boosts. And then the guild charter, you have to spend 300 platinum for the guild charter. Now, platinum, their prices are okay. I've seen better. Right now they have the ongoing specials because it's in beta. But here's some of the other packs you can buy. I'm sure this is all going to change once the game's fully released. The issue I have is with starting the guilds or even the boosts, you're going to have to buy quite a bit of platinum, and I don't know if it's necessarily worth the cost, especially when even the max boost and the guild charter are 300 platinum and you have 260, so you're still going to have to spend over that amount. And that's kind of a steep price just for starting a guild in a game. Um, we wanted to do that yesterday, my friends and I, and I think I'm going to wait on that. As much as it'd be nice to have our own little group, I just can't see spending the money on that. Other than that, you have your usual just cosmetics. You have dyes. You can buy emotes. Transmog stones, which kind of concerns me too. I don't know if these are earnable in-game, but I'll find out later down the road. Like I said, you get your usual supplies and stuff that you can get. They do have a starter pack you can buy. Again, cost varies per person. I'm not here to really buy anything yet. If it's a good enough game and they keep updating it quite a bit, I can see spending a little bit of money in it, but as it stands right now, it's really great on its own. So to actually have some of these, I don't know if you need them. But that's just my opinion. Like I said, the platinum, it seems a little steep. Other games I play with currency that I usually spend quite a bit in is Warframe. But I never usually feel bad spending in Warframe because I've played it since it started on console and then moved to PC, and it's gone from this is kind of crappy to oh my god, this is an amazing game. But that's just my opinion on the matter. We'll see what happens when it fully releases. Like I said, stuff like this, they could change at any time, and we just don't know. But that's the whole of the store right now is they get their featured. You have the supplies, and then just your basic customization options. Other than that, that's pretty much about it. I will dive deeper into this as time goes on. I do like the game. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot more, for me, it's a little bit more intuitive than Monster Hunter, which I got a little disappointed with Monster Hunter World only because a lot of the monsters seem to just be reskins of other monsters. Not necessarily the high-end ones they keep releasing now, but just the base game itself. It didn't really grab me. This could have the same issue. I don't know yet. I think there's only about 5 or 6 monsters they've shown, and I think they're in the beta. But other than that, I think it's a great game. It's great to give it a try. It's not a big download. It only comes out to about 5 gigabytes. So if you're looking at having not enough space or internet connection, it's not too bad. Other than that, though, you have your own options. Like I said, I turned up my options here. And as you can see, these menus don't really want to work with me here. They do have an auto setting, and it just put everything I had to epic. I turned the motion blur off because I don't like motion blur, and I didn't have the VSync on, but it seemed to, for the most part, keep to 60 frames, which is pretty good. I can go up to 144, but it doesn't seem like, as of yet, they have an option to go higher than 60. You can change anything control-wise, key bindings. I had to adjust a few of them because some of them for the controller just didn't make sense to me, and I've had other people have issues with that with the keyboard mouse. That didn't make sense either. Because they try to put a lot to the mouse and it doesn't need to all be on the mouse. Other than that, that's really about it. So I am going to end it here, and I hope you guys have a great day and a great weekend coming up.